Good evening. The news summary for this Sunday, 31st January. 19 new cases of COVID-19 were recorded since the last update, bringing the total number of cases recorded in Seychelles to 1,205. The samples were taken on 30th and 31st January 2021. Of the new cases, 15 are Seychellois and 4 GOP holders. They are all from Mahé. 28 persons, 12 foreigners and 16 Seychellois meet discharge criteria from the list of active cases and will be discharged into convalescence. The Ministry of Agriculture has said with the limited financial resources at its disposal, it won't be able to assist unregistered farmers who are facing difficulties because of an increase in the price of animal feed with a subsidy at the moment. The Principal Secretary for Agriculture, Antoine-Marie Moustache, said for the time being, only registered farmers are benefiting from this scheme. He said the authorities haven't conducted a survey yet to determine the level of production of livestock from people who rear animals at their homes. Mr. Moustache says the crisis is being caused by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Probably the subsector which is most affected by the COVID-19 pandemic is the livestock subsector, and the impact is mostly on the cost of the inputs. The costs of inputs continue to rise and rise at an alarming rate. There is currently a subsidy on the inputs which go into the livestock sector, particularly feed, and that subsidy level is on the rise on the basis of limited resources. We've now set ourselves the goal to sustain that subsector with a subsidy up to the end of June of this year. And can we go beyond that? That will depend on whether we have the resources to do it. But it's definitely the subsector which is most affected.
The new Vice Chancellor of the University of Seychelles, Joëlle Pirot, says that together with her team, she has already started to work on a program to bring the service to a higher level. She says that she has seen much progress and many Seychellois have shown interest in being part of the university. Despite the positives, Vice Chancellor Pirot says that they are encountering difficulty with internet service providers. The second wave of COVID-19 in the country has forced schools to remain shut in order for the students not to lose out in their education. Schools around the country have created virtual classrooms. International School of Seychelles is one of those schools.
It is a mathematics class, and Suspended Sud at the International School teaches his students about the characteristics of shapes. But his students are not physically present. They are following his class, which is also being recorded live via the online application Google Meet. Work is then exchanged between the teacher and students through Google Class. The deputy director, Terence Françoise, says they used the same method last year when schools had to shut down because of the first COVID-19 wave. They are now using Google Meet and Class as a virtual classroom.
Most of our students are following their lessons online. They are following the same timetable as if they are at the school. They can interact with their teachers. Teachers can write like they are using a whiteboard. They can even share the worksheet with the student.
Students say there are advantages and disadvantages to online learning.
There you have to be at your classes, which gives you something to focus on so you don't get distracted and you don't, let's say, binge watch a TV show.
I've just been working on myself a lot. So you just self-studying. There's plenty of resources online.
It requires additional data to be able to keep up with this method of teaching and learning. To meet this requirement, Airtel has proposed to the Ministry of Education personalized packages for students and teachers.
The headmaster will be responsible on consolidating the information required by the teachers or by the student. and the headmaster will contact that account manager from Airtel, and that person will be preparing all required information and handing over to the headmaster, and the people can come to collect the SIM card or upgrade the data.
Mr. Dina, who is also a parent, encourages parents to set parental control on their child's devices to ensure their safety while online.
That's the end of this news summary. Join me at 8 for the news bulletin in Creole. Until then, have a pleasant evening.